All right, like the title says, new bike reveal or old bike reveal, whatever the case is. Yeah, let's look at this bad boy. Yeah, this is the latest addition to the Flying Mule Rider barn. I've got about 20 miles on it right now. The color is Candy Olive Bracus, I think is what the technical name is. So I've been looking for an older school CB750 or CB550 for a while. I've lost out on a few of them on these auction sites, but I bought this private party from a guy in Minnesota had a long-term Arizona title on it. But let's get on this thing and go riding a little bit and we'll chat. All right. 1976 Honda 754. I've only ridden this thing about 20 miles so far, so I'm still getting used to it. But the first thing that comes to my mind is we really don't give these engineers that brought this bike and these bikes to market enough credit. I mean, this bike, it's been a long time since I've ridden my old 78 KZ 650, but I've really forgotten how smooth and how good some of these old bikes ride. I mean, we get so locked up into these lean angle sensors and 20 riding modes, ECUs, radar controlled cruise control, heated grips. Obviously the list goes on and on. This has got 2 riding modes, on and off. And guys, there's something I feel kind of refreshed about that. It's a very analog experience, what I've done so far. I've been looking for one of these bikes for about a year. Like I said earlier, I lost out on a couple of auction sites, but I bought this from a private party up in Minnesota, had a long-term Arizona title on it, and you know, it's been gone through. I don't know to what level of restoration it's been taken to, but I am here to tell you it runs and rides nice. Now, let's be realistic. It rides, it is amazingly smooth, it rides nice, but there's no question the suspension and the braking. I mean, we're not talking about dual Brembo 320 calipers and all this kind of shit. No, it's got a front disc and a rear drum. I don't know what kind of brand it is. I don't know anything about it, but it works. But I can't stand the back end up, but I can stop with 2 fingers from going pretty fast. So it's got the stock 4x4 exhaust that I think sounds pretty cool, but I don't know, I just got a hankering to have something a little bit more rider oriented, and I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to do with this bike. I don't see myself touring across the country on it, but then again, you could. I don't know a lot of history about these bikes other than what I've been reading for the last year, but it's my understanding that the first Honda 754 hit the US market in 1969 and almost immediately put Triumph and a few others practically out of business, because from what I've read, these things were just super reliable, and the first kind of affordable sport touring bike, if you can call it that, that people could take. And I mean, hell, these people rode them all over the country, across the country, and it's what they had. They put little wind jammers or wind screens on them, and off they went, tied on their duffel bag to the back. And there's something pure about that. I can't really explain it, but as I'm riding this thing, I'm just shocked at how smooth this is. I mean, these engineers designed this thing with a slide rule and mechanical vacuum gauges to set carburetors. Oh yeah, carburetors. Yeah, that's another thing. So obviously fuel injection, you get a little spoiled. It's a little ridiculous. So I actually have to let this thing warm up. And yeah, it's cold-blooded. So it takes about 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes to warm up, and I'm off and running. But it has been, God, 50 years since I was on my KZ 650. I was 18 years old, or yeah, 17 years old, right before I went into the Navy, and I thought that bike was absolutely amazing. I paid $1,900 for it. So I don't know, man. It's a lot of fun. But what's your experience with these bikes in comparison to some of the new technologically advanced stuff that we have all taken for granted now, and myself included? So hey, it's a beautiful day here in Montana. I'm going to finish my ride on this gorgeous Honda 754 and just take in the analog experience. So have a great day. If you feel compelled, go ahead and subscribe or like or whatever they call it. I'm still getting ready for my trip to Alaska in about 5 weeks. So the Himalayan, oh my God, I love that. The Himalayan is prepped and ready to go. So hey, have a good day, have a good afternoon, ride safe.